Welcome to the Orange Coast Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Jan Mabie, and I am your worship associate today. I am joined by Beth Syverson, our Director of Music Ministries, and Karen Magoon-Pearson, who is our Director of Religious Education for Children and Youth, in welcoming you this morning. Our minister, Reverend Sean Wilshire, is not feeling well and is not leading the service today, but she has a special message for you.
Hello, Roomers and Zoomers. So I'm away this week, but my spirit is with you. For those of you who are new to the church, maybe you're just checking us out or curious about Unitarian Universalism, welcome. Glad you're here. You are in for a treat. This is a wonderful, friendly, fabulous, just all-around spectacular community. I hope you can get to know them, because it can be kind of tough to get to know a new community. But here's the thing, just hang in there, join in one of the activities, and before long, you'll get to know people, and then this becomes your church. Well, today we've planned a wonderful service for you, just blending music and word to bring together a helpful and hope-filled message. We hope it will feed your soul. So without further ado, let's go.
We also would like to recognize the many volunteers that have helped to put this service together today. Since this is the weekend of the Winter Solstice, Beth has put together a wonderful service today in celebration. There will be several moments of silent meditation, but please don't worry, we have not forgotten about you. We respectfully recognize that our church property rests on a Hachiman and Tongva land. As Unitarian Universalists, we have many different beliefs, but we are one loving community. We are bound together not by a common set of rules or beliefs, but a covenant. A covenant is simply a promise that whatever our beliefs, we accept one another and encourage each other in spiritual growth. We affirm that all life has inherent value and that all existence is interconnected. We strive for justice and compassion in our deeds and relationships. And we are committed to creating a welcoming community without regard to the traits that sometimes divide people. To our roomers, we invite you to silence your cell phones. For our Zoomers, we invite you to say hello in the chat. I would like to extend a special welcome to visitors. If you're seeking a spiritual home, we hope that you will find it here. Later in the service, we will have an opportunity for you to introduce yourselves if you would like to do so. We begin our worship with the lighting of the chalice, and this morning I'd like to invite Janine Scalero up here to light our chalice. Janine and her partner Nina have been members for over 6 years. She is an attorney, and in her spare time she likes to play tennis and golf. Okay. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth in love, to help one another. This we affirm together.
Round and round the earth is turning, turning always round till morning, and from morning round to night.
Round and round the earth is turning, turning always round is turning, turning always round to morning. Round and round the earth is turning, turning always earth is turning, turning always round to night, and from morning round to night. Round and round the earth is turning, turning always round is turning, turning always. tonight. Round and round the earth is turning, turning always round till morning, and from morning round to night.
To rededicate this space to the sacred and to honor the elements and directions, as did those who came before us, we begin our ritual today with the casting of a circle in words and song. Black Elk speaks. You have noticed that everything an Indian does is in a circle. That is because the power of the world always works in circles, and everything tries to be round. In the old days, when we were a strong and happy people, all our power came to us from the sacred hoop of the nation. And so long as the hoop was unbroken, the people flourished. The flowering trees was the living center of the hoop, and the circle of the four quarters nourished it. The east gave peace and light. The south gave warmth. The west gave rain. And the north, with its cold and mighty wind, gave strength and endurance. This knowledge came to us from the outer world with our religion. Everything the power of the world does is in a circle. The sky is round, and I've heard that the earth is round like a ball, and so are the stars. The wind in its greatest power whirls. Birds make their nest in circles. The sun comes forth and goes down again in a circle. The moon does the same, and both are round. Even the seasons are a great circle in their changing, and always come back to where they were.
My body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my my spirit.
Good morning. So I have the pleasure today to tell you guys a little bit about the Our Whole Lives Lifespan Sexuality Education Program that is a very important part of our church. So I'm sure some of you are very familiar with it, and some of you may be a little new to you because during the pandemic we weren't able to offer any classes, and so it's been a little while. But for the past 10 weeks, we were hosting the 4th to 6th grade OWL class. And this goes way beyond sort of like the typical sex ed that's found in schools today. And a lot of schools don't actually offer sex ed anymore, which is unfortunate. But some of the topics, that the kids have learned about, they're learning how their own bodies work, they're learning about human reproduction, they're learning about gender, they're learning about sexuality, and they're learning about what makes a healthy relationship, both friendships and romantic relationships. And all of this information is really up to date from a really progressive point of view. And it's so important to me. I remember when I first heard about this, when I first started coming to this church, this was one of the things that really kind of hooked me, because I thought, like, wow, that's really, walking the walk and not just talking the talk. And so I just love that we were able to offer the program this year. We had 9 students participate, again, from 4th to 6th grade. 2 of them are, member families here at our congregation. We had one from Tapestry, our sibling congregation in Lake Forest. And we had 2 UU families that are kind of floaters in the wind, you know how that goes sometimes. And the rest were just from the community. So there's families that had heard about OWL before and, were seeking it out and were emailing me and emailing Judy before me, when are you going to have OWL? And some of them heard it from, UUs that were coming, and they found us that way. So it's a huge commitment, 10 weeks for families to make on Sunday afternoons with sports and activities and all that kind of stuff. So I first just want to recognize the parents that really made it happen. Yay! So in addition to bringing the kids, every week we also had like family homework for them to complete. So there was usually some reading and some discussion, because we know that families are really the primary sexuality educators for their children. So they had a big role in that too. And then secondly, I wanted to acknowledge our teachers who were incredibly dedicated for those 10 weeks, wrangling those amazing 4th to 6th graders, and making a huge impact. I mean, I know, I have a lot of friends. I didn't grow up UU, but I have a lot of friends that did, that I met at young adult camp when I was still a young adult. And so many of them talk about OWL being like a foundational part of their faith and their experience. So I know these teachers have made a huge impact on the kids. And I know personally because my own son was in the class as well, and I know what an impact it made on him. So I want to call them up. I'm going to give them a little token of our appreciation, and then they're just going to speak a little bit about the kids and what the experience was like. So our 3 teachers were Maria Good. Yay, come on up, Maria. Jacques Hilschuer. And Reverend Judy Tomlinson.
Do I leave my mask on? Okay. So, hello. This is the second time I've taught this age group of OWL, and it's really enjoyable because the kids come in with a lot of knowledge already, and it's just nice for us to provide a place for them to talk about those things and ask questions about things they already have questions about and already things they see out in their lives. So that's very satisfying.
Hi, I'm Jacques, and one thing I enjoyed seeing is that words that made me giggle when I was that age, they still make kids giggle right now. There's some words are just inherently funny. And another thing that was good to know is that some of the things that as a kid I thought these things are weird and strange, and our kids just take it in stride, and they're not fazed by lots of things that faze old people like me, which is really good to see.
I'm Reverend Judy, and what I enjoyed the most, I think, was to see all of these young people who came from the different churches and from out in the community who were strangers to one another when they came into class, and how they bonded as a community. And it was just, and they became really good friends by the end of the program, and they didn't want to leave each other, and that was very touching.
So again, thank you to our teachers, and also thank you to this congregation for supporting this program, in our budget, and also, just making it, I think it's just so wonderful that it was open to the community and we were able to invite so many people in and really, be a ministry of this church. So I think that's just wonderful. So I'm going to call the names of our graduates, and I think, most of the ones that aren't part of this community are not here, but I still want to call their name. And those of you that are here can come on up to the front when I call your name, and then we'll just hold the applause until they're all up here, if that makes sense. All right, so we have Olivia Blumenfeld, Zoe Crawford, Oliver Crawford Green, yay Zoe, Abigail Graves, Jaden Magoon Pearson, Madeline Miller, Espen Noonan, Amelia Shively, and Willow Stoker. Yay! So congratulations to our graduates, and as is the tradition of this church, there will be cake after the service in the courtyard. So take part in that, and join me again in giving them a round of applause. Hey, go sit down. All right, now I'm going to light our children's chalice, and then we're going to sing our children and their teachers and our youth off to their religious education classes.
Love and desire, a burning fire,
are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending.
Take our fear, take our pain, take the darkness into the earth again.
We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending.
The circle closes between the worlds to mark the sacred space where we come face to face.
We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending.
Hear our great mother, robed in midnight, around whose head shines all the suns and moons of the universe, as she speaks to us, saying, "Blessed is the darkness, for in the darkness we conceive. Blessed is the light, for in the light we give birth. As conception is to birth, so darkness is to light. Know that both the darkness and the light, the sound and the silence, are sacred unto me, who is all creation."
Mother Earth beneath each one, high above us from the sun, and to guide Grandmother Moon, by whose light we read this room, and offer a harmonious tune. Benedicta, Benedicta, Benedicta est. Heights of heaven, hills of heaven, joyfully I make my choice. Shake my joys and rises, bright as the moon, silvers the hair, shall save the world, shall sing, Benedicta, Benedicta.
this night?
It is the night of the midwinter solstice.
What is the meaning of this night?
It is a peak of power.
What is the element that rules this night?
Tonight, darkness reaches the limit of its power over light.
What do we do in the dark?
We go deep within ourselves in the dark.
We look at our lives in the dark.
We look at our paths in the dark.
We look at our hopes and fears in the dark.
What happens in the dark?
Seeds grow in the dark.
Babies grow in the dark.
We rest in the dark.
We get ready.
Do we fear the darkness?
No, we glory in the darkness.
We dream in the darkness.
We are made whole in the darkness.
Half of day is dark, half of night is light.
Wandering in the deep of the night, 1,000 birds they fly, and our dreams are born on the wings of change. We are weaving the world tonight. Wandering in the deep of the night, 1,000 birds they fly, and our dreams are born on the wings of change. We are weaving the world tonight. Wandering in the deep of the night, 1,000 birds they fly, and our dreams are born on the wings of change. We are weaving the world tonight.
It was the longest night. People gathered from near and far, in small groups and large, to share their fears and grief and the darkness in their hearts. A year like no other, this was, testing us beyond what we'd ever imagined. Day after day, week after week, we found ourselves growing and becoming sturdy because there was no other choice. And the solstice fire was lit, and the candles passed, and the light of the New Year's dawning lifted with heavy hearts and brought us brightness and hope.
Deep in the dark of the longest night, we keep our vigil by candlelight, waiting to sing to the newborn sun, the goddess will birth when the night is done. Raise your voices, sing on high, let all the earth hear your joyful cry. On this night we sing to light, and the goddess of all pleasure and delight. Deep in the dark of the longest night, we keep our vigil by candlelight, waiting to sing to the newborn son, the goddess will birth when the night is done. Raise your voices, sing on high, let all the earth hear your joyful cry. On this night we sing to light, and the goddess of all pleasure and delight. Deep in the dark of the longest night, we keep our vigil by candlelight, waiting to sing to the newborn son, the goddess will birth when the night is done. Raise your voices, sing on high, let all the earth hear your joyful cry. On this night we sing to light, and the goddess of all pleasure and delight. Raise your voices, sing your praise o'er all the earth till the darkness fades. On this night we sing to light, and the goddess of all pleasure and delight.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. What is your light? What are your fears about shining? We, whose spirituality resides in the earth and the sun, water, and air, believe that we are here on earth to be the hands and voices of the goddesses and God. We have taken the light into our own hands and spread it. And we invite you to do likewise. See now how much brighter we are when we shine together. And at this time, as we celebrate the light returning, and while singing, I would like to invite you to come up and light a candle. If you have a joy or a sorrow or would like to just light a candle, that is fine. Marilyn, if you can hand out the candles, that would be awesome. So you can write your joys and sorrows on a piece of paper and bring that up, and I'll read those out later. In the chat, if you'd like to hold off and tell the joys and sorrows at that time so I don't lose them, that would be great. But maybe think about what your joys and sorrows are that you'd like to write. So come on up, everybody, and let's light some candles and brighten this room.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, one more time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, one more time. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. We've got the power, hallelujah. 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 We've got the power,
We have taken a journey down into the darkness of winter. We have traveled back up into the light with the promise of springtime to come. We have each found our own light. We have discovered that our lights shine more brightly when we join them together. Now we urge you to carry your light home, to take it into the streets, join with other lights, and share them.
carry it home to your children. Carry it
Unitarian Universalist congregations are fully self-supporting, meaning that, excuse me? Sorry, you guys, this is all different. I'm going to get to that. All right, thank you. All right. Unitarian Universalist congregations are fully self-supporting, meaning that members and friends raise all funds for the operating budget, ministries, and programs of the church. We are ever grateful for your gifts of time, treasure, and talent. OCUUC amplifies that spirit of generosity by sharing half the plate we receive with an organization that shares our values. This month, we are sharing our plate with Share Ourselves. You may not have heard much about them, but they were founded in 1970 right here in Costa Mesa. They have 4 wonderful core values: dignity, service, excellence, and justice. And the first line in dignity really resonates well with me. We treat others as we would want to be treated. You can find out more about that wonderful group online at www.shareourselves.org. There are multiple ways in which you can support the church and this organization. You can mail a check, you can go through our website, or you can use an app called Vanco Mobile. The choice is yours. All the information is on the website should you need it. And as always, thank you for your generosity.
Kore evo he, kore evo he, kore evo he. Kore evo he, kore evo he, kore evo he. Kore bright and one summer's blessed just spring incarnate and joy in bloom. Corn is reaching high, fledglings test the sky, life uprising from winter's doom. Kore evo he, kore evo he, kore evo he. Kore walks in summer's garden, Kore dances in the rain. All around her the earth astounds with how life abounds in each leaf and root. Songs they sing to her fruit, they bring to her gifts unnumbered on every shoot. Kore evo he, kore evo he, kore evo he. Comes the thresher to cut the grain. The leaves grow bright before they fall. The night grows long, the day grows weary, and life new grown begins to call. We are from our birth doomed to lie in earth. Kore, lead the way. Kore evo he, kore evo he, kore evo he. Every seed becomes a promise. Kore takes them in Summer holds her breath. Life comes new from death.
And now we are going to sing our offertory response, a song that puts our intentions into words and expresses our gratitude for the many gifts we share. We gather together, we gather as one, for peace, love, and justice for everyone. From our hearts to show that we care, we can change lives with what we share.
Now is that time when we honor the important events in our life. Got you guys a little bit confused there, sorry. You are invited, one and all, whether you're a member, a friend, or a visitor, to participate in our weekly ritual of joys and sorrows. So let's all take a deep breath. Okay. So now all the Zoomers, if you thought about your joys and sorrows, please put them in there so that I don't miss any. Okay, I do see some here already. I'll read the joys and sorrows that you wrote in the service earlier. And if you're a Zoomer and haven't already, you're invited to write a joy or sorrow in the chat. And I'll read the joys and sorrows out loud as Marilyn Gist lights a candle for the Zoomers. So we'll start with our Zoomers. Okay. We got Valerie A. I am grateful for this loving community. For days now, my whole body is hurt, and I woke up famished and surrounded by the delicious smells of food. I can't eat. Being here with you is a joy and has lifted my spirits tremendously. Phyllis D. Love to you, Valerie. Let's see here. Linda C. is a great joy. We welcomed a new great-grandson Wednesday, Bodie Anderson. Congratulations. Matthew P. as a joy. My 39th birthday was yesterday, and I got to spend it with a bunch of friends and celebrate a cookie exchange. Then Hanukkah dinner at the church. Concern. I have come to the decision to file bankruptcy so that I can get out of the financial black hole I find myself in. I'm tired and discouraged right now, but trying to get back on my feet. So, let me see. I think that's it. Okay. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else on there. All right. Now, for here, let me see here. Okay. Marilyn G. has a joy for Phyllis Kaplan, wishing her a happy birthday, who will be 92 on Monday. Fantastic. Meg W. has a joy. Dolly Duran's birthday was yesterday. So many happy returns of the day. Elizabeth K. has a sorrow. It is with a heavy heart that I attended a memorial service for a dear friend of mine for over 21 years. As tragically verified by the family, she committed suicide by house fire. She was a beautiful, troubled soul in this world. Please keep the family and friends of Laura Knighton in your healing thoughts during this time of sorrow. I'm so sorry. And Laura GB has a joy. Yesterday, I got to hold a newborn baby girl, twins, just hours old. New life and new hope, what a blessing. Maureen M. has a joy and a little sadness. As of yesterday, I am officially and happily retired. And I'm already missing my clients. Sarah H. has, in memory, The flowers today are in memory of my mom, whose birthday was today. And Dave C. has a joy. My grandson, Miles Martin Carlson, who hit double digits last week. Okay. Let's see. Let's all hold in love all the joys and celebrations and all the hurts and sadness, both spoken and silent. Let our joys remind us to be thankful. Our concerns remind us to hope, and our sorrows remind us to connect. Let all of these moments remind us that we are not alone. Now please join Marilyn Giss in a spirit of prayer and meditation this morning.
This is God of Life and Beauty by Lucinda Duncan. God of life and beauty, we pray for the quietness of snowflakes, knowing that love is quiet. We pray for the kindness of small acts, knowing gentleness is fragile. We are grateful to know that thoughtfulness makes no sound, that compassion leaves wonderfully beautiful traces when we open ourselves to wonder. May ours be a religion which, like the snowflake, goes everywhere in quietness, in love, and with gentle regard for that which is true and beautiful in us and about us. Amen.
Let us join together as we extinguish the flame of our chalice and say together, we extinguish our chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're a congregation made up of people who all believe differently, and yet, when we are together, we make up one loving community. We need not think alike to love alike. If you're a guest, a visitor, or someone who hasn't yet been known to us, I invite you to become a part of this beloved community. We encourage you to write in the chat your name and where you're from, if you're on Zoom, or if you're, it doesn't say, but if you're here, if you'd like to stand up, Beth will bring over a microphone so that the people on Zoom can hear you. And please let us know who you are. Do we have any visitors today? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. I think I screwed something up, huh? Thank you for joining us. All right. If you'd like to know more about our church, including programming for our youth and children, please contact us at hello@ocuuc.org, and we will help you get connected. In addition, we invite you to sign up for our weekly email called The Blast at blast@ocuuc.org. We want you to feel a part of this beloved community, so please reach out and we will help you get connected. After the benediction, we will have a short period where everyone can wave and say hello. And after that, you can choose to be put in a Zoom breakout group for 20 minutes or so if you're on Zoom. We invite you to check in and get to know the people in your group and welcome any visitors. So let's go to the announcements, please. All right. Just so you guys know, we have some tables outside for the SOS and stockings and stuff outside. So please stop by and check those out. Today they're having a nonfiction book club from 12:30 to 2:30. And our Christmas Eve service. Everybody wants to know about Christmas Eve. It's actually on the 24th. And we're going to have a service that night. So come on down. Join us, okay? We have OCUUC Moviegoers Night on December 21st, which is actually the Winter Solstice night. So it's the longest night. Come, watch a movie, enjoy it, okay? Choir rehearsal on Thursday nights, the 22nd, and they're going to have a party. All right? Yay!
The closing song is going to be different than what we normally do, but I encourage you to sing along if you know it.
When we are gone, they will remain. Wind and rock, fire and rain, they will remain when we return. The wind will blow and the fire will burn. When we are gone, they will remain. Wind and rock, fire and rain, they will remain when we return. The wind will blow and the fire will burn. When we are gone, they will remain. Wind and rock, fire and rain, they will remain when we return. The wind will blow and the fire will burn. When we are gone, they will remain. Wind and rock, fire and rain, they will remain when we return. The wind will blow and the fire will burn.
Continue.